Hello? Okay. It was the Microsoft update, so nothing is working again. Okay, now we are back on track, but it's not possible that every time Windows updates, which you cannot opt out of, messes up something, anything. That's really messed up, really. Okay, well, today we are here back on the Respawn Banter. So, as every time, I want to give you some updates. First of all, the fan art of Megami Maju is complete here. We got an incredible drawing. Oh, hi Insedis! Welcome! I see a new RPG Maker streamer. Oh yeah, I'm actually streaming by some time, but I usually stream only 1 hour a week, so uh, the rest is not RPG Maker. I should do a little longer though, but doing on stream is very tiresome. No, actually, it's also fun. Hello! Nice to have you there. I was just about to show an incredible fan art I got for my game. Or at least for the demo of the game, because it's not complete. So we got the hero in front, which is about to die by the tank slime, and we got Leven watching from above the clouds. And also in the background there's also Gop. I really asked for this detail and honestly it's pretty glorious. That's not my art, that's the fan art is from Megami Maju, while the game art is art I commissioned. Since I really believe in the project, I decided to invest some money on a good artist, which is not very expensive either, so finding the right combination is a work on its own. And managing or giving instruction to the artist is another issue. Not the easiest work, I have to say. So we got the demo on Steam for a while. We got the new trailer yesterday, which is kinda getting surprisingly some views, even if I have like 10 subscribers on YouTube, so that's pretty great. But we're not. We will not stop here. Well, of course, the game needs to be completed, but in the demo there's only... Oh. Where is the... Here. In the demo there is only the first act, the introduction, which is pretty short and has some problems, as we realized last time. So today we are gonna try, or we are gonna reason some ways to fix some of the errors that the first act had. Mainly, there is... I realized that there is not much gameplay except from haha, funny, you die. Because, yeah, that's also a problem I realized while making the trailer. Because I want to show the gameplay in the trailer, but I don't want to spoil the traps. Like the tree falls on you, the spikes appear behind you. And it left me with only the puzzle here. The game does not have any gameplay apart from dodging traps, which could be fine on its own, but first there should be more balance between the two game modes, between the exploration and the visual novel part that comes every time you die. That's why my idea was, as I started before, to extend the first map, and also add some sort of gameplay. Last time we experimented with some sort of sword trial. Something very simple, but again, the objective is not to be very simple. No, it's not to be very hard. It's just some sort of gameplay to give the player the impression they are doing something. You mean that death is not the end? Oh yeah, it's not. The goddess of life will revive the hero every time he dies. After arguing with him about actually anything. The problem was that there was only dialogue at the end. You respawn, you explore a little, something unexpected happens, and you die. And so the player doesn't have that much freedom on exploring, since the player explores for 30 seconds before dying, and the visual novel part lasts for 2 minutes. Okay, qua should be simple here. One hit on everything, and you beat the time limit. If you wait too much, the game alerts you. It's probably too lenient, but it's to experiment. Also, I could make that there is the swing effect each time you hit one of them. So, for example, here, I can add to the window that triggers when you hit them, adding the motion effect. So the player knows which of them they've hit. Can I undo the effects? I think I need to manually remove it from the code here. I think I will do it manually here, but later do something else. The dummy shaking, yeah, it's a plugin I'm using, which I had in the game, but I never really used more than once. And now I'm discovering it again. Oh wait. I need to set that it undoes the motion from event 50, 60, and 52. Okay, now it should work. So we get a visual indicator if we hit some events. Okay, this one is for the bug, but they should swing. Yeah, I think that's a good indicator, though the others don't stop moving. Why? Ah, okay. I got a wrong setting here, okay. Now we should link this to some sort of door, some sort of unlock. So probably... which door should we use though? I think I need to commission another art because we are in the overworld. We don't have a lot of doors out there. A sign is kinda upsetting. I will need to commission something. For now we will use a rock. So this rock will... well, we can... you will not be there, but just for to visualize the rock is blocking. And you need to permanently unlock the route by completing this very simple minigame. So if you win... if you win, you just activate a switch. I would use a variable, but I think switch is... I personally don't like to use too many switches, but this game is not an RPG, it's a visual novel exploration game, so I can afford to use some of those. So... dummy win 1. Of course we will have others. And so if you win, we can make... wait, we can make it a little better. We make a duplicate that activates when you win. And then makes an animation on itself. I don't know which animation, but for now we will have an explosion because as a placeholder explosions are just the best. Here it is! The explosion. We wait some frames and now activate a self switch that makes the rock disappear. Okay, let's see now. Come on, game. So, first of all, let's check. Okay, I cannot pass Mr. Gandalf Rock. Full name. Okay, I removed some sounds from the game, so the explosion is not really the best. Let's use this one, but I don't think I should use animations because they have a different style than the game. Let's just not use anything, okay? I would like an explosion though, I should at least consider those. Okay, here. The rock disappears. There should be an animation like... I don't know, depends on what I want. I was considering the locks of Zelda. Like, the locks in the dungeons that you need a key to open. Not the doors, just the random blocks on the ground that block your way. And they slowly, I don't know, dissipate or move inside the ground. Anything to make them go away. Okay. This is pretty simple. I could also automatize here because it's kinda ugly that... Well, not ugly, but I think I can hardcode this thing. I just need to change the values for each minigame I want. It's fine. We can also reduce the timer because it's 7 seconds, which are too much. I will reduce to 3.5. Yeah, it's pretty generous too. We can remove the button and placeholder here. The button is to showcase that the dummy is marked as a hit. But we don't need a placeholder anymore because we know it's working. And so now it's full. Okay. I ran out of time. And it's resetting. Actually, it's fine. We can... Oh, wait. This one was shaking. Yeah, something is wrong. I suppose I got the wrong ID. 60 and 52. I got both of them. Ah, wait. Yeah, there should be the shake motion and the idle motion. I confused the two. Okay. Same here, and it's working. Let me fail. Let's go. And it's working. I can try how many times I want. I hope it doesn't cause a problem. Okay, there is a problem with this because I used a temporary variable for the dummies, which would mean if I save and reload, I will get a crash. Save. Why it's not saving? Why it's not saving? Wait. Ah, okay, because the checkpoint... I made that the checkpoint has a different hitbox. It's fine, it's fine. Just to showcase, it will probably crash the game if you reload. Also, there's no image. Ah, wait, you cannot really load the game, huh? Well, trust me, it will crash because it tries to continue the loop and the variable dummies is not defined. That means we have two choices. Well, three actually. We globalize those in a variable. Or we can make that... we can make a switch that interrupts immediately everything. Like when you get too far away, supposedly near the checkpoint, it automatically interrupts. So we can make that... Well, it's simple actually. We set the time variable to 0. Let's use the actual save function though, so we can see how it works. Oh, it's surprisingly working. Oh wait, how the hell is it working? I thought it would crash the game. I'm not taking any risks anyway. Does it restart from scratch maybe? I think it will restart from scratch. Let's see. If I change the event and I enter. Yeah, it restarts from scratch. Does it cause any problem? Also, why the background is disappearing? That's new for me. That's new, the background is disappearing. Well, if it restarts from scratch, it's not a problem. Just in case though, I will make a little trick, not even trick. When you save, the timer variable is set to 0. So everything just stops running. No events are running anymore. So I can do this. And here it stops. The timer is stopped even if it doesn't show. Yeah, that's why we are not losing. We still win because by resetting the timer, we don't reset the mannequins. Which... I don't know which is the best solution. We could make... I have an idea. Nah, not really. I think it's not a problem. We don't need to reset the variable. I will see later. I will debug later if something happens. For now though, seems to work pretty well. Okay, so we got the mannequin minigame here. Well, minigame is an exaggeration. It's really something to fill up. To fill the exploration, because it doesn't have anything for now. Yeah, I think I am too much in the mentality of oh yeah, I have those ideas and the game will only have those ideas, but the games nowadays do the opposite. Like they do infinite filler and they put the story very far apart from each other. I still don't want to do fillers, but I think this will be a nice introduction, having something in the map. It's my first commercial game, but I'm still learning. Also, as a disclaimer, no, I'm not this behind in the game development. I'm just streaming some parts in the game, streaming the development on some parts while I'm doing others, which I don't want to show on stream, like writing and character design. One thing that I want to show actually, to introduce the new what we are gonna do today is this small section I did for the trailer, which I later scrapped for the trailer. I wanted to start the trailer with this section, just to showcase the gameplay, But then, first I realized, yeah, those graphics is not definitive. The statue and the spikes may be, but the walls are not. And second, this part doesn't appear in the demo. And third of all, I never had any sort of gameplay similar to this in the game. And then realized, why the hell don't I then? Why the hell I don't have? So, this simple thing I made for the trailer, which I will probably keep in the full game, give me an idea that I should insert more things like these, because they are simple, good to look at, the player can have some gameplay at least, and they're not that hard to make after all. Oh yeah, I need to change that quote. Now it's still game over. So, I wanted to show this to introduce my thought. So, the spikes are perfect here because we are in the evil castle. But spikes, they're, well, a little out of place in the forest. I can understand having them between the trees, but that's it. I don't want to use too many spikes around. That's why we need to introduce other gameplay mechanics to use in the overworld. Specifically in the tutorial zone. Because, well, canonically this area was the tutorial zone, later getting taken over by the evil forces. Well, just one person actually. And so it became more dangerous. That's why I have the dummies minigame, because the dummies are leftovers from the tutorial zone. So we could have other tutorials around the place. And so that brings out what we are gonna do today. Some healthy brainstorming. On one side, so we can have our RPG maker here. Okay. I recently discovered you can have more pages on Google Documents, and it's changing my life. So we can have the thing we started last time. So, for starters, there is the X tutorial zone, which is the starting area, which is a forest. So we have two settings, two sides of the same setting to make leverage on, which is the X tutorial zone and even a forest. So for the tutorial, for example, there should be something with movement arrows, and not only. Because what do you usually find in a tutorial zone? Well, you find persons, that's out of questions because there are no persons. We can have signs at least. Even dangerous ones. The idea is there was a tutorial there and got extremely hard. That would be pretty clever to use. What sort of tutorial can you find? Let's imagine the dumbest tutorials. Harden it up. Hard. Okay. The dumbest tutorial could be arrows to move, for example, or WASD. With a sword we already have something. But as what can you press a button? That's not hard. Other tutorial, well, if the game had a tutorial, there is no tutorial. The game is pretty straightforward. You move and you slash. There's not even the run button anymore. A tutorial for saving. That would be interesting actually. Though I don't think I can replicate it too many times because every time I would need a save point. Though I may use it once. Other than that, there is the interact. There is like no tutorial needed for the game. That's why I'm struggling to find any idea. While for the forest, what do we have for the forest? We have bushes and everything. Maybe some... how are they called? The rovi. The brambles, maybe? My browser is struggling. Brambles, okay, yeah, I remember from Outer Wilds. Some brambles. Which they won't kill you in first hit, on the first hit at least this time, but can be nice body blockers. Like they block you from advancing before you do something. Though this is not really a forest, it's more an open field with trees and the river. So brambles feel like out of place. I really want to use more the idea of the tutorial zone, because for now it's not really used very well, the idea. Now we have the tutorial hub here, which is abandoned. We got the sword from the tutorial and all of that. Really nothing much. So the concept is not really well used here, I got to admit. What other tutorials there would be? Move around, interaction key, save. I don't think there's a tutorial for loading anywhere. Okay, maybe somewhere there is, but something with arrows, maybe. Maybe you need to use... I had an idea, but I don't think it will work. You need to press a certain type of buttons and you choose the order. But that's kinda awkward. Let's see. You need to press specific buttons in a certain order to complete a section. Let's visualize on our area test, on our test area. Where is it? I have too many test areas, maybe. Aha, here we are. So, for example, the player gets put something in here and needs to press all the arrow buttons. So I need to press down, left, down, but that's super straightforward. Maybe there could be a trap here, but that's even super easy. Down, left. Oh, down is... I cannot use down more than once, right? So if he starts here, it goes down, left, up, right. That you just need to do a square. That's not even gameplay. No. This idea kinda sucks. Though could be a nice starting point. Who knows? Who knows? It would break the fourth wall, though. I get that the game is breaking the fourth wall sometimes, but that's not the fourth wall that I want. So, back to the drawing board. So, I don't like this idea, but... we can do something with signs. the signs are dangerous in the game because you start reading and the slime attacks you, but I don't want to repeat the thing for later in the game and only be a meme for the start. Also, I got an idea that I will use later in the game. Just like right now by talking. I will... Wait, let me note it down. Okay, perfect. I'm without ideas. I think we should take a different approach, maybe. Reasoning about what tutorials can we have. But usually you have... Wait, I have some sort of tutorial mascot. Well, I don't really want to add another character in the game at all. But like, for example, there is a paper cut of an animal that will give you instructions. Like a slime paper cut. A slime stand. Like, imagine there is a slime with a text bubble. When you interact with it, it gives you the tutorial. Isn't that fun? You interact with it and gives you a tutorial about some gameplays. Maybe I should just introduce a tutorial. Oh no, introduce a minigame mechanics. The spikes will be introduced later in the castle, and this, as you saw before, very straightforward. Meanwhile, for the forest, well, there is still the mini game of when you walk on something, the thing on the side activates, but I kinda hate it, so I will not use it. Other than that, we have the trees, but we could do something with cutting bushes. Like when the hero attacks a bush, it also destroys the bush on the side. I don't know. That feels borderline, because it's simple, but I want to do something very simple that existed before. That's the point. I want puzzles that already exist. Not to copy something else, but because that's not the core gameplay. That's just a filler for the exploration. If I introduce new mechanics, it will kinda undermine the main concept of the game, or at least shift the focus of the game at least slightly on the minigames, which it shouldn't. That's why I need to find something else. We already got the spikes that go on and off. I may want something with the sword use again. I suppose we can go with cutting bushes, but there should be something more to it. Or something that poses any sort of puzzle that probably already exists. Well, we got the idea of the tiles you need to walk on without stepping on them twice. For example, here the solution would be to go here, like this, like I draw them. But again, this is a thing for the castle, for the inside. While for the outside, you could, for example, slash those, destroy this one, but again, what's the point? I don't see a point in this. I think I should refer to basic puzzles. So let's return to it, actually. To not focus the attention. So we have the tiles to step once, which we'll have in the castle at this point. We have sliding puzzle, which I don't think I... Okay, backer than ever. So I was just considering that Sokoban could be a thing, but again, it's not something to do outside. Also, very simple to Sokoban, really, very simple. Just this one push here with some traps in the middle sometimes, I don't know. Again though, not something for the outside. What puzzle do people apply outside? I suppose, wait, I have an idea. There is the gate puzzle. Well, not literal gates, but we can use literal gates for now. For example, first of all, let's create a path. Wrong hole. I don't know what I'm doing. Random sections here. Nice. So instead of a gate, we can make a spike. Sure, I will later change it to something else. For example, there are spikes where you cannot die on, so we can make bushes that disappear. I don't know. Still here, easy. And when you activate a switch, which we don't have, we use just orbs, they will toggle them on and off, but still doesn't feel like a exterior puzzle. It's another idea for the interior, but not for the outside. What do you have? What do you have outside? We have trees and holes. Wait, we have wait, right, we have the river. We have the full river here. If only we could use lily pads for something. Yeah, a lily pad minigame. That would look nice. Like, but there are various types of lily pad minigames. Here you jump from one to another. Let me test it there. Which one? This one. Okay. Random pool of water. So for example, you have some lily pads, and we can make a simple, they toggle on and off. Like when you jump on one, the one around it, yeah, I think that's a cute minigame. And doesn't require explanation at all. Not really a standard one, but it's pretty intuitive. Like when you jump on this one, the lily pads around it switch. This one becomes flowers, and this one becomes a lily pad, or the opposite. So you need to jump on this one, and so those switch and you're stuck. It's kinda unsolvable. Yeah, I think this one was unsolvable, but usually I should consider the design. So if it's made well, it should work. Again, you jump on this, and this switch, and this switch. So you jump here, this one switches, and that's it. You jump on this, and those switch, and this one switches back. So you need to choose here. I don't think there's any difference. I think this one can be a little hard to set up though. But seems simple. Actually, you know what? I think this is pretty good, because even if it doesn't seem to be able to create very hard puzzles, I don't want to create hard puzzles, like the opposite. It's just cute to see. I think we found one. It's simple, cute, and there's potential for trolling. I won't troll a lot with it, but just once. Just when the player gets used to it. Okay, that's a good idea. I need to consider another one. Because compared to a lot of other games, my map is pretty small. Well, this is the original one. That's it. That's the entire Act 1 of the game. It's not short because every time you die there's a long scene, so it can last even 1 hour. But I'm trying to expand it, and honestly, I can do so much more. I can do some open areas just to gather an object. Talking about objects, I didn't program the collectibles in the game. Maybe I should start to program the collectibles. The point is, how do I even start? I don't want to use the item menu. I need to program with Windows. With the engine Windows. I really want to see how the windows work, because that's a thing I never analyzed. So I want it pretty simple. Oh, we can use it there, sure. We have you open. I don't even know if I should show because it's pretty simple. And you open like a square. Like a square with every icon of the items you have. And when you interact with one of them, it's like calling a common event, and it's like you check it. That's this simple. Though, if I want to let the player use items, it means I need to stop the time in the exploration. And that can cause some problems. I can... Yeah, that will cause a lot of problems if the player is able to open the menu and call a common event all the time, actually. So there should be an area when the player can check the items. Like the statue. He can check the items at the statue of the goddess. Before saving, or after saving, or in between, or whenever he wants. That's a good solution. So what will be the collectibles? Well, I'm not saying a lot, but it should be 2 types. Something to read and something to watch. Like I don't know, the icon of Gop, and you get information about Gop, if you hadn't enough. So exploring can give player some of those items. Nothing will change the ending, because the endings depend... Well, endings. The minor endings depend on where you die at the end. So, items don't matter. I could make that some items can give you some more options in a banter, though. I will consider it. Okay, we got a good idea. Now, why not look for other ideas? Because that's a good idea, but that's not enough. I need something for the world map. I think a good way to improve the entire map is to make it less like a Mario Maker level and more like a world. Not really a world, but more like an area. Because at the start it felt like just a level. You see, go here, text word, go back, and straight line to the castle. That's it. That's a level. That's not even a level, that's shorter. Instead, if I work it more like a world or a area, it will work out better after all. I won't put backtracking though. Okay, we got the lily pads minigame. I wonder what else do we have. We don't have a lot to work with here though. I will again check the default resources to see if we have anything to work with or some ideas. We went over this last time, so I don't know what will change. We got some icons. I should really add some NPCs that don't have a portrait though. Because even if this area is abandoned, there should still be some adventurer or someone around. Though extra budget needed. Nah, I can still make a still image. As long as it doesn't turn around. Do we have anything else? Something with signs. I think there's the possibility to do something with it. Feels like a sign. Haha. Understood? Sign. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. No, I don't want to add more focus on the signs. Actually, never mind. There could be something with the grass you need to cut. Just cut the grass minigame like Zelda. No, the sword mechanic is kinda clunky. That's not really made for that. I will probably avoid. Do we have anything else? Apart from Lilypad's idea? I don't see much else. Do I still have the... No, I removed the parkour civilization section of the game. Too bad. It could have been a similar idea to this level here. Yeah, actually I can improve a little this idea here by adding something on some lily pads. Or a simple piece of land, which is a jolly, where you can go on whenever you want. Even if it can feel dangerous. Like this, okay. Yeah, but could be nice places to break the pattern. That's also an idea. I want another puzzle though that doesn't have anything to do with water. We don't have a lot to work with. We have trees. The most I can do is a labyrinth between the trees here, where the player needs to find the right way when they cover the perspective, but should be as an extra, of course. Well, we have the minigame of the dummies. We have 2 minigames, so that can be enough. I may want another thing though. Because what sort of exploration world will we have? If I want to put if I want to expand the area, what should I add? I think working with lily pads is a good idea, but there should be something more. The dummies even, yeah. Well, there is this section with holes. Bridges, something with bridges, which cannot be used. Well, yeah, you can use bridges above holes even inside. I don't think that's a problem. So I remember there was a an area drawn in pixel art that I used as reference to make some of to have the right vibe for this commission for the tie set. It was an area where there were some ruins around, some ruined towers. The ruined towers don't really fit here. There should be those some ruined signs or something else. That's right. I think I'm missing is the top of those hills, or not even hills. But as long as you don't see them, no one will care, alright? I can make some sort of trick, well, something that's a little less standard. Like a trick with teleports. I don't know, like... Like the Lost Forest of Zelda, but less... annoying to deal with. And no, I won't do a teleporter maid. Later in the game though, but in a different context. Yeah, something with the things I can do to the player. Something that's not standard. That's actually a very good idea. I need to check my notes though, because honestly, that requires some considerations. Mostly, well, finding the right idea. This is not very obvious to do. Ideas sometimes require time. I'm not using vehicles. The only options I have here is map scrolling. No. I don't want to go in the invalidate borderline experience though. So something very simple like teleporting. We don't have a lot of inspirations to take in the default though, in the default commands. I think these require more thought. Okay, well, it means that for now we can stop considering it. And we can end by fixing some bugs. Mainly there is the bug where if you reach the end of the demo and you return to the title screen, it doesn't really reset. Which is pretty bad, honestly. So, where is the background? Portrait spawner? Where is it? Here. Wait, it was the behind clouds, yes. Wait, they go here by default? Ah, no, okay, here. Let me try it. Can I skip the ending? I don't remember. Oh. Well, actually, we can just set it with a variable. Where is it? Here. Almost. Okay, here we have the title. Can we find a random ending here? Oh, it's in Italian. Oh, no worry, I always skip everything. Also, there's the bug that it doesn't skip the dialogue, which it did. I could have changed the dialogue. Oh well. Now it should be the end. Okay, not this ending. It happened to Nova though. I don't think I didn't. I don't think I fixed it. As long as it doesn't happen. But it got the bug 2 times. I could try with the whole ending. In English this time. Nice. Let's see if the hole is already ready. The hole should always be ready. What is it? 5, 6? Let's go with 5. Hole it is. I didn't change the language. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Okay, here. In English, a little better. Okay, I can skip this part because there's nothing to skip to be honest. It's just the end. I don't think the bug will repeat though. Because maybe we need a different criteria to cast it. Yeah. I need to try experimenting with reaching the ending, which is an extra effort. I will do outside. That leaves us with the other bug. This is pretty clear. Here it is. No, wait, not this one. We also open this one and small fixes. So, did I edit skip event? How does it work, skip event? We need maybe to rework a little here to make it more easy to make. I don't know. I think it works like this though. Here, I create a label for a skip, and just jumps to that. Where is it? Here, label skip banter. Don't I need something else to add? Weird. I thought I have something else to change. Yeah, wasn't there a switch that made me skip every dialogue? I still have it on, I'm sure. Here it is. So, is it? Wait. Here, okay. When switch 10 is open, it will skip every dialogue. No, it will interrupt the actual dialogue, which still works. We saw it with the slime. We didn't see it with the skip banter though. Let's see if I do something with it. Here it uses the skip result switch ID, which is another one, probably. Skip, where it is? Where is it? Okay, 17. I should activate another switch to interrupt the banter. Let's see if it's used somewhere. The number 10. A lot of places. So, mainly in Act 1, which doesn't concern us. Act 1 backup. Here it is. In the realm of light. Event 6 and 3. And when you resurrect. I wonder why it doesn't work. First, let's see this one. Here it turns it off. Then we have the 6 and 3, I remember. This one. Let's see. Here at the end again. Off again. And 3. Everything is off. It only turns it off. It should turn it on a little to let it skip. And then off again. I don't get why it's not doing it. So, the white image appears here, so we can just do it here. Let's see. Or, I wonder if I should do it in... Isn't it better if I do it in the skip event? No. I think it might spiral out of control. Let's just force the dialogue skip. I wonder if I can do it with only a command. I just create a command that stops it instead of activating a switch and then turning it off. That's kinda not intuitive. Well, there are extra steps. Because this is the update function of the window message. It means it will run each frame. I can simply make that it will close if I have I can make a command that just turns it off. Let's see. And or we need to check if a variable exists though. We can have another switch for it. Like, which switch could be used? Can have here previous. 8, skip only one line. I think that's better. But will not be here anymore. It will happen on the skip event plugin. Because every time it skips an event, it will also activate the other thing. Let's see. So if the variable 10 is active, which will make every dialogue skip, or the dialogue 8, which will make only one dialogue skip, then it terminates the message and deactivate value 8. Okay, here. Just need to make a change in the skip dialogue. You can alias this, but honestly I don't need it for now. So we just activate switch 8. I hope it doesn't cause any problem, because if I do this while skipping, if I skip a dialogue while there is no dialogue, for example, during an animation, it will cause some problems. So there should be a switch that activates only if there is a dialogue dialogue active. So let's see how does this work. If I go to window message, here, let's check on terminate message, which will probably activate a value. This close, gold window close, game message clear. What does close do? Show count. No, that's a map name. Never mind. Window base here. Wait, we have this close, but again it's on window base. I need to interact with it. I can... no. Something that tells me if it's open or not. Oh, you know what? We can work on this next time. If I remember. I probably won't. For now though, we can at least check if it's working. Now every time I skip, I activate value 8. For now I can just deactivate the switch 8 after every banter, but that's not the best solution. Next time we can try to improve it. For now it should work. Let's see. Yes, it works, it works. Let's see if it skips also the other dialogues. No, I said we are gonna check next time the best way to improve it, because I could cover each case, but something can escape from my attention, so there should be some attentiveness on skipping every scene. I think that's not a problem with it, because most of the scenes are banters, but just to be sure. We'll see next time if we can do something. So, for now, we are gonna stop. Let's see if we have some raid power. And we will, the next stream will be tomorrow, where we play other RPG Maker games from itch.io. And after that we start working on some upgrade for Al-Invaligate Raid. While Saturday we start some There Is No Game, which is a case study for still the Invaligate upgrade. Well, that's everything for today. Thanks a lot for coming by, and we'll see ya whenever happens.